Attackers administered something that was supposed to take you out, and they cannot believe that you survived. This is a quick message from the universe. Chosen one, your attackers hit you with something, some type of toxin or poison, or they hit you with something that was so lethal that they had ensured your main attacker that you were going to be up out of here. Chosen one, when these people administered this thing to you, man, it came in. It came in. What it did to you, literally, you don't even know how you survived. Some of y'all blacked out when the actual substance or lethal toxin got to going through you. Man, it took some of y'all out. Some of y'all had to get on respiratory situations, things like that. See, chosen one, it was administered to you in a crazy way. Some of you, this was administered to you where you breathed it in. It came through an air ventilation system, something like that, and you flipped the switch on the air or something like that. Next thing you know, you couldn't breathe. You was choking. And you gotta watch out for this, man. If you find yourself in this situation, chosen one, and you're on the move, pay attention to ACs that sit outside. These are very easy for your attackers to hit you with that aerosol, whatever it is. Some of y'all got hit with this aerosol that literally stop you from breathing. Other of you, some type of substance where you touch something. This could have been a doorknob. This could have been some money. This could have been just a surface. You grab something. This could have been a McDonald's bag with some food. Anything, right? You grab something, and it literally this substance or toxin, poison, nerve agent, whatever it is that they are administering to y'all. Literally, you touched it. As soon as you touched it, whole body. Some of y'all whole bodies was paralyzed. Now, there's been a lot of, and see, the thing is, chosen one, you gotta really know the history of what you have survived. You see, this is what I'm saying? Like when we say chosen one Olympics, well, some of you, and doing research on these type of situations is very difficult because you got to do it with a trained eye. You got to do it from a standpoint of like mysterious deaths in this city or this area, mysterious deaths that are ruled homicides, overdoses, things like that, because this is what your attackers, and this is another thing. If you're finding yourself in these situations, chosen one, if you're finding yourself in the chosen one Olympics, you got to do what you got to do to survive. But if you are using substances, this makes it easy for and this is a lot of reason why these people is trying to keep you on a substance, because this makes it easy for them to rule your death. Something dealing with an overdose or something like that. So you got to be very careful with that, just in case, you know what I'm saying, you are in a situation like that. You got to move accordingly. A lot of y'all, I know people get in that situation and they just want to be able to, face it head on any way they can and cope and deal with it. But sometimes you gotta really just lock in and trust yourself, trust your mind. But you gotta look into the history of this. When you're looking into history, of these situations, what you start to realize is, yo, there is a lot of mysteriously, you know what I'm saying, where I could have seen that's how shit would have looked for me. If you know what I'm saying, if you don't, you know, have this divine protection and this divine purpose, you end up like the others. And you know what I'm saying, this is a lot of situations where, you know, a lot of people are mysteriously or some weird type of death. And you know, it's crazy what they've been sweeping under the rug. And you know, I come and I do these videos simply to help people make it through these situations, because this is something that is swept under the rug, and it's something that, you know, that has been going on. And so just bringing awareness when you find yourself in these certain situations, and the vibe is how these videos is saying, you may be in the Chosen One Olympics. Well, Chosen One, these people, they administer this lethal weapon, this very vicious, you know, substance or poison or venom, or there's so many things that they use, you know, but they administered this to you, and it was guaranteed that it was supposed to take you out, Chosen One. But you survived. And everybody cannot believe that you are still here. You survived, and people can't believe it, Chosen. Because the you know, the ratio to survival, you know, death to survival ratio rate is very, very, like 1%, 2%. You know what I'm saying? So it's, and I know when I'm saying this, people are gonna be like, what? But guys, to all of you people that probably survived something like this and can resonate with this, there's probably been 10 to 20 that didn't. And this is how frequent and how this stuff is really going on out here. This is why you gotta really, it's a lot of weird shit going on. Guys, you have to move in caution with everything you do in these times, especially if you've been pulled out of the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? This is, the Matrix is in a state of, you know, it's terminal sickness. But yo, you survived, and they can't fucking believe it. They don't know how you were able to do this. I mean, they're still, like Chosen One, it was to the point where people didn't believe it. And so they tried it on people, you know what I'm saying? And it took them down. And, you know, I've said this. They didn't believe, they was like, yo, they thought they got cheated because they paid for it. They thought they got cheated. They put it on somebody and it took them out. It's not a game. Your attackers administered something that was guaranteed to take you out of here. But somehow, some way, you survived.